Hey, what's up, everybody? Chef Jesse here. How are you, Uncle Jesse? Anyway, folks, happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, the first day of the week, or the last day of the weekend, whichever way you look at it. But if you looked at a calendar, Sunday's actually the first day of the week, and there's a lot of, in a lot of religions and cultures, whatever, they consider Sunday the first day of the week. And if you look at it, that's what it is, because Friday and Saturday is the last days, and then it goes to Sunday. So, I don't know. Something to think about. So anyway, folks, today, Sunday, we usually have chicken wings and stuff, but we can't have that every day. So anyway, today we are going to have something that it's a simple comfort food, diner type of thing. And what it is, it's called a patty melt. Now, people ask me, what is a patty melt? What the hell is that? Well, I didn't know what it was for a while, right? What it is, I would describe it as a marriage between a burger and a grilled cheese. Think about it. A burger and a grilled cheese. Yeah. So patty melt, basically what a patty melt is, using rye bread, right? First, you break down the onions and you caramelize the onion. You want caramelized onions, right? And then you cook the patty, the beef patty, the patty. It's like a hamburger, but it's flat. It's real flat, right? So you cook the onions, you caramelize them, you set them to the side, and then you cook the burger or the patty, and then you put the sandwich together. You're supposed to use rye bread. That's typical rye bread, but I didn't find any rye bread, and I'm not too keen on rye bread, right? But I'm using some Italian bread. But the thing is, you can use any kind of bread, but it's typical is rye bread. Okay, so now I'm explaining too much, right? So I'm going to break down the onions. I'm going to set them to the side, and then I'm going to cook my burger, my patty, and then I'm going to put the sandwich together. It's going to have Swiss cheese. Cheddar cheese. It's going to have the patty in there, and it's going to have onions, and then another slice of cheese. And you can mix cheeses if you want. I'm going to probably mix cheeses. And then I'm going to cook it just like a grilled cheese in a pan, nice and toasty, hopefully. And that's your patty melt. And if you don't believe me, look it up. Hey, I didn't make this shit up. Anyway, folks, stay tuned. Let me break down my onion. Well, first of all, I'm going to show you how I'm going to break down my onion. First of all, I got a whole onion here. And onions break down. It looks like a lot, but they usually break down when you cook them, okay? Now, what you're going to do, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of butter in here, okay? And in order to prevent the butter from burning, I'm going to put olive oil in there. And then I'm going to cook these. I'm going to break these onions down, real broken down. I'm going to put some little bit of salt in them. I'm going to put some sugar to caramelize. I want this caramelize these onions, okay? So let's turn on I'm using my cast iron skillet because it holds up temperature real good. So I am going to cook them first, break them down. Then I'm going to add some sugar. I'm going to add some salt. And then I'm going to add some olive oil. Well, the olive oil I'm going to add now. I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of olive oil, more or less. And I'm going to start cooking my onions, okay? And this is going to take a while because I want to break them down real break them down real bad, real good. So it looks like a lot of onions, but believe me, once it breaks down and they become translucent, and I put the sugar in there, it's going to break down, okay? So I'm going to be making these patty melt sandwiches for dinner, and we're going to have some fries on the side. And this is like a comfort food diner-like. If you go to diners, if you go to an old-time diner, you'll see patty melt. And if you never had a patty melt, this is what a patty melt is. And guess what? I've never had a patty melt, and I'm going to do it for the first time. So stay tuned, because we're going to do patty melt together. Okay, folks. So this smells real good. I'm breaking down the onions. I want to make these onions very translucent, very soft. I'm going to season this with some salt. Okay, I didn't put any salt before because I didn't want the salt would tend to get them hard. So now that they're halfway done, I can put the salt. Okay, so I put some salt in there. I'm gonna put some sugar. Okay, I'm gonna add some sugar if I can get the sugar. I don't use sugar much at home, so I got this sugar that okay, so I'm gonna put some sugar in there. And I'm going to start to caramelize these, okay, because I want to make them nice and caramelized. I can never say that right. Caramelized. Bing bong. Anyway, this is a comfort food. This is nice when you especially when kids come over. You know, if you ever get young nephews and stuff like that, you can cook this, and you know, like I said, it's between a grilled cheese and a cheeseburger. Of course, rye bread. Today we're not using rye bread because this bootleg supermarket that I live by didn't have rye bread. They usually have rye bread because they were out of it. But I'm going to use some nice Italian premium bread, sliced Italian bread. And hopefully that will work out. I think it will. It's going to work out. Okay? So I continue breaking down my onions, and stay tuned, because when I break these onions down to the max, and I'm going to take them out and let them cool off on the side. Okay. So folks, the trick to this onions is you got to keep moving them, because if not, they'll burn. So I got olive oil and egg butter, and they're almost done. I want to make these nice, a little bit more. Make sure you don't burn them. Just gotta make them a little brownish, like, you know. And I put sugar in there. Like I said, I put a couple of teaspoons of sugar in there, and I just want to keep rotating them, make them nice and, you know, broken down. And they should be sweet. I mean, I put sugar in there. Let me try this one piece here. Tastes good. Sweet onions. And you can use any onion, no onion in particular. I don't know. I'm not too particular about the onion that I use. But a little bit more. And you're going to break these up a little. And then we're going to start cooking the patties. In the same pan, we're going to cook the patties. Okay? So stay tuned. So folks, remember that all that onion that I started out with? There was a pan full of onions, right? Look how much onion I got left. Okay, so this is enough for, I'm gonna make three patties, you know, because, you know, they're not that big. So I'm gonna make 3 patties. We'll eat, you know, one and a half or whatever it is. But this is the onions I ended up with. Look at that. So I'm gonna take these onions out. I'm gonna take these onions out, and I'm gonna set them to the side for later when I put my patty melt together. So let's scoop this up, put it in here, and in the same oniony flavor oil, I'm going to start cooking my patties, my burger. I keep calling them a burger. Well, they are a burger. They're a patty, a beef patty. Okay. So there goes the onions. They're nice and sweet. I put sugar in, make them caramelized, and I'm going to take my onions, put them to the side. You can warm them up if you think they're cold, but you know, you're going to put them in the bread later. Okay, so now I made my patties last night, and I made them a little bit bigger than the bread, because you want them that way, because, you know, they tend to shrink. I'm using some good beef. I'm using some sirloin, so they shouldn't shrink that much. But see, there you go. So I mean, you'll have a little bit of shrinkage, but it shouldn't be that much. So I'm going to cook two patties in the beginning. Then I'm going to cook another one. And then this should cook up pretty fast. So on these patties, I'm going to sprinkle, I have this roasted garlic and herb. And that's what I'm going to be using. Garlic and herb seasoning, like so. I'm going to use some pepper. This is pretty strong. There you go. And I'm going to be using some, if I find it, nobody knows how to say this, Worcestershire sauce. I don't know. So you put some Worcestershire sauce and, you know, give a little bit of flavor to the beef. So you got to keep eye on these because they cook quick because they're thin. So we're going to flip these in a minute. That's my spatula. So I'm going to flip these around because they're almost, I mean, this is almost done. It's so thin. There, you look at that. Okay. So it's more like a smashed burger, you know. So you flip these around. There you go, look at that. So they did shrink a little bit, but they're pretty good. So let me see if I can fit the other patty in there because we're gonna, I know we might have to have a 1.5 each. I don't know. Put that in there. There you go, look at that. Very simple. So this is good when your kids are in school, you make them these these patty melts, and you wait for them to come from school, and they're great for the kids. Actually, there's one of my youngest audience members, David Nunez. His birthday is tomorrow, and this would have been great for him on his birthday. So, David, if you're looking at this, tell your father to make some patties. So, like, again, this is great for adults, for kids, doesn't matter. As soon as they're cooked, I'm going to take them out, put them on the side there, and then I'm going to start to assemble everything together. Okay, so I'm going to smash them as much as again, making sure they're cooked thoroughly. There you go. And again, some salt and pepper, very simple. I'm using this Robert Irvin. He's got a roasted garlic and herb seasoning mix, and that's what I'm using. So he better pay me for advertising and stuff. Okay, and he's got a sea salt too. He's got a bunch of stuff coming out. So good stuff. So this smells good. I mean, this is roasted garlic and herb. You can't go bad with garlic. Garlic is everywhere. I mean, you really can't. So I'm gonna put some simple salt. Okay, not too much, because remember, you're gonna put cheese in this, and you got the onion flavor. And anytime that you need more flavor, just put salt or something at the end. You can always do that. You can always add at the end. Okay. So you want to make sure that these patties don't break down on you. Okay. You handle them carefully. You smash them down. You know. Okay. Smash them down. If you got one of these, I have one of these metal things that smashes down, but I don't want to climb up all the way up there somewhere and get it. So I'm just gonna push it down like this. But it's starting to cook, and you can see it. Okay. So cook these thoroughly, and then take them out, and then put them to the side. So folks, we are about to put a patty melt together. Now, mind you, I have never tried this. So try this at home. I'm going to try it for the first time. You're going to be watching me, and we're going to do this together. So I'm having my french fries are being fried right now. Yes, in oil. And I'm going to put my patty melt together. I got this nice flat pan that I got here. And I'm going to start putting it together. So stay with me. That and melt here. There we go. Onions, caramelized onions. There we go. Piece of cheese, and then eyes are burning.
Want to turn it on?
No. Oh man, wait a minute. Fuck. This has to be all timed in. That's good. That's a nice color. Just want to step way up. Okay. We'll do this. That's hot. Okay.
The electric scooter in the building. He has his Macy's bag on top of it. He's never in there with it. So we got in the train today with the Go Tracks.
Yeah, those are popular.
Those are real popular. Yeah, those big too. I was seeing some of them that have the seat in it could be detached.
Yeah.
So you can stand or you can sit. The seat is detachable,
Yep.
which would be a good option for you to have.
Hey, so anyway, you caught me. I had the camera running. So anyway, folks, I'm gonna cut this right now, and you're gonna see how nice and delicious it looks. So stay with me, okay? It's starting to burn already, I think. No, it's starting to smoke a little bit. That's good. Okay, so let me turn this off, and I'm gonna take this first Pattymelt, and I'm gonna use a serrated knife. See if you can hear the crunch. Look at that. Look at that. Look how delicious. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at this. You got the cheese in there. You got the onions melted in there. You got the sandwich in there. So we're going to do that. Okay, let's get the other one out. Ooh, it's hot. I'm going to cut it down the line here. There you go. Okay. Make sure your knife is sharp so you don't screw it up. And you put your Pattymelt here and here. Okay. And look how it looks. So anyway, folks, let me take this to the table because everything looks better at the table. Okay, so stay with me. So folks, I'm at the table now, and let's do a rundown. We did Pattymelt. What is Pattymelt? It is compared to a marriage between a burger and a grilled cheese. Yeah. So the patty made from beef, smashed down as thin as possible, and then it's thrown into rye bread. I didn't have rye bread in my supermarket. My supermarket's bootleg. But I compromised, I improvised with Italian bread. Hey, you can't go bad with Italian bread, right? White Italian bread. So what I did was I put butter on both sides, just like a grilled cheese. And I used cheddar, and I used a little bit of smoked grilled cheese that I bought the other day for my onion soup. Remember that? And then I made fries on the side, and I cooked these things on a griddle, nice crunchiness and wonderful. This is a comfort food you'll find in diners. And yeah, mostly in diners. And like I said, they use rye bread, but we're using Italian bread. It's the same thing. Bread is bread. What are you gonna do about it? So anyway, this would be a nice comfort food. You know who? You know who this comfort food would be good for? One of my #1 junior fans. His name is David Nunez, and tomorrow's his birthday. And I wish I was here. I would give him this. This is great for kids. So David, happy birthday tomorrow. I'll remind you again tomorrow of your birthday. I'm pretty sure you won't forget. But anyway, David. Many more, and I hope that one day we meet each other in person, and you can take a picture with Chef Jesse. Yeah. So anyway, David, have a great birthday. Enjoy yourself. Always respect your parents. You got wonderful parents. And what can I say? I see you. I'll send you regards tomorrow. So anyway, folks, that's my #1 junior fan, because I have a lot of fans, but this is my #1 junior fan. He watches my show every day, and he loves it. He tells his mother, "Mom, put Uncle Jesse on. The Chef Jesse, Chef Jesse." So anyway, folks. Let's all wish David a happy birthday. So anyway, so I dedicate this show to David Nunez. His father works with me, so that's how I know. So anyway, folks, let's turn this around. And there goes your fries. There goes the Pattymelt. Let me see if you can see it. You showed it before. But there it goes. Look at how delicious it looks. It's got onions in there, caramelized onions, and the whole thing. It's like a grilled cheese combination cheeseburger. So, yeah. So, and I know some people can say, well, that's just a burger. Yeah, it is. But they call it a Pattymelt at the diners. Don't ask me why. I just cooked it for the first time. And we're going to taste it, see how good it is. So, folks, all jokes aside, I love you guys. Really do. You guys keep me going. Fans like Mildred and like David and people like that, and who's the other one? I forgot names. I'm not too good, but all you guys keep me going, and this is why I do it for you guys, not for me. I do it for you guys because you guys enjoy. So anyway, I love you guys. Let's have a great week. Let's stay with you. Put on your mask and do whatever you got to do, because I don't want to lose any more people, any more friends. Okay, so we don't want to. This is not over. It's far from over. The winter's coming. You know how that shit acts up. So be safe. Have a great week. I love you guys. Really do, from the bottom of my heart.